everybody, welcome back. My name is Cathie and I am so excited about today's Make It with Mod Podge because Steve is going to be teaching you all the beginner steps for decoupaging with Mod Podge. Are you ready to get started?
Hi everyone, and thanks for joining me. I'm Steve Piacenza. Today I'm very excited to share with you the very basic steps of decoupage with Mod Podge. Before we get started, I want to share a few notes about Mod Podge for any beginner that is joining us today. I'm sharing a bunch of projects today that Cathie and I made through the years using our favorite formulas. Mod Podge comes in three basic formulas: gloss, matte, and satin, plus many more formulas. You can use Mod Podge as a glue and a sealer. It works on wood, glass, canvas, metal, furniture, and so much more. Mod Podge has specialty formulas such as fabric, dishwasher safe, and glitter. Photo Transfer Mod Podge allows you to transfer photos to fabric and more. Dimensional Magic is perfect for creating one-of-a-kind jewelry pieces. Today I'm going to be working with Gloss Mod Podge, and I'm going to be teaching the basic steps and tips on how to apply paper to a surface. I'm going to be using scrapbook paper today, but you can use any kind of paper, even napkins and tissue paper. It just depends on the project and the look you're going for. So let's get started. Okay, let me show you guys what we're making today. Today we are making these cool succulent wall hangings. Look at that. With these three here, it's a wood surface, it's a piece of scrapbook paper, and some Mod Podge and paint. So these are the three we're making. We're making this one today in particular, but I want to show you that we used some Pretty in Pink apple barrel paint for this one. We used pale yellow for this one, and today we're going to be using our tropical orange for this one right here that we're going to be making on camera. So let's get started. We'll come back to this. The first thing that we're going to do is you're going to get your wood surface or a piece of canvas, guys. Let me show you. Here's a piece of canvas. This paper to surface, the basics with Mod Podge, can also be done right on top of a piece of canvas just as well as it can be done on top of a piece of wood. So if you have canvas laying around, use your canvas. This is a great way to for beginners to take a look at how to apply scrapbook paper on top of a surface, but we're going to be using wood today. The first thing I do when I use my wood piece is I like to give it a quick sand, a very quick sanding, and then I like to paint it. Like I said, we're using the tropical orange and apple barrel today, and I just so happen to have one already painted. Look at that. So very simple, just a quick paint job. 2 coats, 1 coat, 2 coats. You take a look at it and see how it looks for you. And once you finish that, you're gonna let that dry, and then you're gonna move on to your scrapbook paper. So I have a piece of scrapbook paper here, and of course if you're using a pencil to do any tracing, make sure you do it on the back so there's no pencil marks in the front, and cut from the back, and then you'll have a perfect piece of scrapbook paper to Mod Podge on top of your wood surface. So let's start that. It's very easy and very quick. You're going to be using your Mod Podge gloss. Again, if you have your matte formula or your satin, it works exactly the same way. So we're going to be using gloss today. And the first thing you want to do is just apply it directly to your wood surface. And you're going to make sure you hit the whole entire wood surface all the way around. Now you can see that milky white. That's what you want. You want to see that milky white, because if you don't see it, if it's too thin like this over here, you could get wrinkles in your scrapbook paper, and you don't want that to happen. So you're going to go all the way around, make sure you hit all those edges with your Mod Podge. Cover the whole entire thing. There we go, a nice layer. You can see that nice milky white. Then you're going to flip over your scrapbook paper, and you're going to add a layer right on top of your scrapbook paper. Now I like to brush it outwards, making sure that I hit all those edges. You want to make sure you get everything covered. because you want that to stick down. Once you got that going, you're going to go right on top of your wood, and you have some time to wiggle this around and position it. So just make sure you can position it nicely all the way around. See how it can move a little bit? You're going to move that. Once you get it into position, you're going to spread it with your fingers from the center out. Make sure you hit all those edges, and really make sure you go all the way from center all the way to the edge and get every little edge down there, just like so. And you shouldn't have any problems. Now, if you did have a little bit of a wrinkle, leave that alone. Usually in the dry time, it will come out. So you're gonna wanna set this aside for about 15 to 20 minutes once it's dry. But because of time, I'm gonna show you really quickly how to top coat this. So once it is dry after 15 minutes, all you're gonna do is take your Mod Podge again and go right on top of it. Do the exact same thing. Make sure you start maybe in the center and work your way out. This way, you'll make sure you hit all the edges. Here you go, and you're gonna let that dry again for 15-20 minutes. Now, I suggest you do about 2 coats of this, and make sure you do the 15 minutes of dry time in between, and just smooth that out nicely, like so. You don't want any clumps or lines. You wanna make sure you keep that nice and smooth. Oh, look at that, I got a little speck of glitter, I think, or something. And there we go, look at that. Beautiful. Let that dry for 15-20 minutes, do another coat. You can even do another coat on top of that. And here you go, here is your final result. Very simple. I wanna show you the back of this, what we did. We added a little piece of rope. You can add felt on the back of this to kind of finish it off. We just glued felt right on the back. You can put ribbon around here, whatever you'd like. Here's the 3 in a series. Looks great. This is very simple. Like I said, you can also do this right on top of canvas. So there you have it. You can see it's super simple to attach and seal paper to a surface. Now you can explore all different surfaces and add all sorts of layers and embellishments to all your projects. Now, if you want to Mod Podge photos, you have to make sure that you use laser prints or color copies on regular weight paper for best results. Inkjet printer photos can smear because the ink is water-based, so it's not gonna work very well. Mod Podge, of course, is great for home decor projects. You can create wall art, home organization projects, fun decor items, furniture makeovers, and home accessories. You can use Mod Podge for fashion makeovers too. Shoe makeovers are super popular right now. Jewelry and accessories are fun to create with Mod Podge and Dimensional Magic. You can even silkscreen with Mod Podge. Mod Podge is great for creating with kids. You can make so many different fun kid projects with Mod Podge. If you are creating for the holidays or celebrations, then Mod Podge has you covered all year long. Lots of fun projects. Thanks for joining us today. We hope we've inspired you to create something for yourself or to give. Make sure you tag Plaid Crafts and Mod Podge so we can see what you're making. See you next Thursday with a new video on Make It with Mod Podge. Bye guys.